Welcome to day 1 of the 30-day shadow work challenge. The way you show up in relationship is often your shadow speaking. Sometimes we hide parts of ourselves, even from the people we love the most. Not because we're dishonest, but because we are afraid those parts will push them away. Today, I want you to notice what version of you never makes it into the room. Write it down, don't fix it yet, and comment, I see myself, if you are starting this journey. Welcome to day 2 of 30-day shadow work challenge. Your love life mirrors your unhealed wounds. Think about the first time you felt unworthy of love. Was it a person, a moment, or just a feeling in the room? Our shadow learns to protect us from ever feeling that again. But sometimes it also stops us from letting love in. Write about that first moment and share in a comment. Let's heal together. Welcome to day 3 of Shadow Work Challenge. The life you are living might not be your own. Some choices aren't ours. We make them for approval, for safety, for belonging. Today, ask yourself, whose dream am I actually living? And do I want to keep living it? If you are ready to take ownership of your life, comment mine. Welcome to day 4 of Shadow Work Challenge. Your shadow thrives in exhaustion. We wear burnout like a badge. But exhaustion can be a way of avoiding our deeper feelings. Today, pause and think. What am I running from by staying busy? Tell me one thing you like to do if you gave yourself rest. Welcome to day 5 of Shadow Work Challenge. Work can be the perfect place to hide. We pour ourselves into proving, achieving, performing. What are you trying to validate through your career? Be honest. Common honesty if you want to work from authenticity, not fear. Welcome to day 6 of Shadow Work Challenge. Your triggers are invitation to meet your shadows. When someone irritates you instantly, that's pointing at something inside you. Either a part of you don't accept, or a wound that still stings. So what's that one thing that irritated you, and ask, what is this really about? Hope you are ready to see yourself more clearly. Day 7 of Shadow Work Challenge. Jealousy is your shadow showing you your desires. It is never just about them. It is a message about you. It's your shadow saying, I want that. I deserve that. Today, name one person you've been jealous of in love. What do they have that you secretly want? Day 8 of Shadow Work Challenge. The shadow is born from the part you were told not to be. Think back. What part of you were told too much or not enough? Your shadow was born there. Now ask yourself, do they still get to be true? Tell me about it. Day 9 of Shadow Work Challenge. Your body carries the stories your mind forgets. Your shadow doesn't just live in your mind. It lives in your body. In the tightness in your chest, the ache in your shoulders, the clench in your jaw. Now close your eyes. Where does shame or stress live in you? Day 10 of Shadow Work Challenge. Your ambition can hide your deepest insecurities. Sometimes our drive to succeed isn't about passion. It's about fear. Fear of being unseen. Fear of being unworthy. Ask yourself today, if I stopped achieving, who would I be? Day 11 of Shadow Work Challenge. Your shadow is the one deciding who you love and how. Ever noticed you attract the same type of person? That's not fate. That's your shadow setting the rules. Maybe it whispers, you only get love if you earn for it. Or you stay small so that they might stay. Which one do you hear the loudest? Day 12 of Shadow Work Challenge. Crumbs in love are still crumbs. We don't settle because we want less. We settle because deep down we think it's all we will ever get. And what's worse, sometimes the crumbs feel safer than the feast. Write down one moment you accepted less than you wanted and ask, why did I stay? Day 13 of Shadow Work Challenge. Success in life isn't always success. Sometimes it's fear in disguise. Overachievers know the drill. Medals, titles, followers, but at 2 a.m. it still feels empty. Why is that? Because the shadow has tricked you into believing your worth is in your output. When did you first believe rest equals unworthy? Find that moment. Day 14 of Shadow Work Challenge. How you treat your body is how you treat your worth. Skipping meals, burning out, ignoring sleep, none of that is random. It's a reflection. Your shadow says you don't deserve care. But here's the truth. Your body remembers every punishment. Today, give it one act of kindness. No excuses. Day 15 of Shadow Work Challenge. What if your dream job is hiding behind your fear? Your shadow loves safety. It will keep you in a good enough job, the secure paycheck, the path everyone else approves of. But deep down, you know there's something bigger you are scared to even say out loud. What is it then? Day 16 of Shadow Work Challenge. The people you judge the most, that's just your shadow dressed up. You think it's about them, but it's always about you. The jealousy, the irritation, the disgust, those are mirrors. Your shadow is screaming, that's me. That's the part you don't accept. Brave enough to admit it? Day 17 of Shadow Work Challenge. Rejection isn't the craziest thing in love. Truth is, you are not actually afraid of someone leaving. You are afraid they will see the real you and then leave. That's why your shadow begs you to hide. But what if hiding is the reason you'll never find the love you crave? Day 18 of Shadow Work Challenge. Half of the choice you made in life weren't yours. They were fears. You think you were in control, and most of your big decisions, it's chosen by the shadow. It's for validation, for agreement, for belonging. Write down one choice you made out of fear and then rewrite the ending. What would your true self have chosen instead? Day 19 of Shadow Work Challenge. When you won't speak your truth, your body will. Anxiety in your chest, knots in your stomach, headache that never ends. Your shadow hides your voice, but your body refuses. It screams in symptoms what you won't say in words. Today, listen. What is it been trying to tell you? Day 20 of Shadow Work Challenge. Workaholism isn't discipline, it's distraction. You can't stop working. That's not ambition, it's fear. Your shadow is terrified of what you will find in the silence. Sit still for 5 minutes today. No phone, no noise. What comes up might scare you, but it will also set you free and what you are working for. Day 21 of Shadow Work Challenge. Your attachment style is your shadow's survival plan. When they pull away, do you chase? Or when they get close, do you run? That's not your adult self. That's your old shadow replaying an old wound. Pay attention now. What's your pattern and which relationship taught you to play it? Day 22 of Shadow Work Challenge. The person you are desperate to fix in love is just your shadow in disguise. You think you are helping them, but really, you are just trying to heal the part of you that was once broken. The shadow loves that game, but here's the question. Have you fixed yourself before fixing them? Day 23 of Shadow Work Challenge. The parts you hide are the ones that will set you free in life. Imagine 24 hours of being fully, unapologetically to yourself. No mask, no pleasing, no shrinking. Your shadow fears that version of you, but your soul craves it. Write down exactly who you would like to be for one day of freedom. Day 24 of Shadow Work Challenge. Ignore emotions. Don't disappear. They duplicate. You can bury feelings, but your body will dig them back up. Rage becomes back pain. Grief becomes exhaustion. Shame becomes sickness. Today, name one emotion you've been avoiding and finally let it breathe. Day 25 of Shadow Work Challenge. Your silence at work is your shadow's voice. Biting your tongue, swallowing the no, staying late when you wanted to leave. That's not professionalism, that's fear. Your shadow says, if I set a boundary, I will lose it all. But silence is costing you more. So, what's one truth you are afraid to tell your employer? Day 26 of Shadow Work Challenge. That fight wasn't just about plain views. It was about your wounds. You keep arguing about service stuff, but the truth, you are fighting about the feeling that is unseen, unheard, unloved. Stop replaying the same script. What's the wound beneath your most common argument? Day 27 of Shadow Work Challenge. Love won't just hold you, it will expose you. The moment someone really sees you in love, you will either feel joy or panic. The panic? That's your shadow testing if you will shut down or stay open. What's even scarier? Being left or being fully seen. Now, it's time to stay open for love to embrace you. Day 28 of Shadow Work Challenge. You have met your shadow in life. Now, the light is your choice. For days, you faced the part of yourself you once hid. You have seen the fears, the wounds, the masks. Now, the question is, what will you do with them? Do you hide them again? No. It's the time you finally step into the light. Day 29 of Shadow Work Challenge. Your shadow thrives when you abandon your body. When you push past pain, you are leaving yourself. And your shadow loves that because it keeps you away from healing. Reconnect today. Close your eyes. Ask your body what it needs. And it's the moment you actually give it all. Day 30 of Shadow Work Challenge. The risk you are avoiding is the career you actually want. Your shadow whispers, don't try, it's safer to stay small. But every dream job you have buried is rotting inside you. Today, write down that one risk you've been too scared to take. And it's time to chase that ideal career now.